What is going on? We're back and we're playing some more Madden 25 online head-to-head. Today we're back, and today it is officially the first day of NFL free agency. So we have a lot to discuss today. So without further ado, let's get into it. My record going into this is a 36-28. So let's get into it. Our There's so much to talk about today. Holy fuck! Our first piece of news is going to be between the New England Patriots. The New England Patriots have decided to trade defensive tackle Devon Godchaw to the New Orleans Saints for a 7th round pick. So, Patriots getting rid of some more salary cap. Love to see it. Our next piece of news comes from the Atlanta Falcons. The Atlanta Falcons have decided to release longtime defensive lineman on their team, Grady Jarrett. So Grady Jarrett is going to be, well, not a free agent for long because he gets signed later in this video. We're going to discuss where he's signed later in this video. But yeah, our next piece of news comes from the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers have signed former Philadelphia Eagle and New York Jet linebacker Hassan Reddick. That's a good move for them. It was a little one-year deal, so good for the Bucs for getting a guy like Hassan Reddick to bolster their defensive line. Our next piece of news comes from my Kansas City Chiefs. We go out and sign former San Francisco 49ers offensive lineman Jalen Moore. So that's basically going to be our Joe Thuney replacement, as Jalen Moore is going to come in and probably take over that left guard spot, I would assume. Either that or the left tackle spot. I don't know. Something on the left side of the offensive line. We desperately needed something, so we got Jalen Moore, and I'm excited for that. Our next piece of news is going to come from the Houston Texans. The Houston Texans have signed former Miami Dolphins wide receiver Braxton Berrios. So now their receiving core is now Stephon Diggs, Nico Collins, Tank Dell, John Mechie, Robert Woods, Christian Kirk, and now Braxton Berrios, while the Dolphins receiving room is Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle. Our next piece of news is going to come from the Chicago Bears. The Chicago Bears have signed former Atlanta Falcons offensive lineman, center, Drew Dahlman. So the Bears, they could be back next season. They have bolstered their O-line tremendously, trading for Jonah Jackson and Joe Thuney, and now signing Drew Dahlman. That offensive line is going to go from one of the worst in the league to a pretty fucking decent O-line next year. Mixing guys with like, who else do they have? Uh, that one guy, is it Broderick Jones? I'm not sure. I think they also have Tevin Jenkins too. The Bears O-line is going to be pretty fucking good for Caleb Williams next year. Our next piece of news is going to come from the Washington Commanders. They've signed former San Francisco 49ers defensive lineman Javon Kinlaw. So that'll help bolster their defensive line after losing Jonathan Allen. Now for a pretty underrated signing. My Kansas City Chiefs have signed former San Francisco 49ers running back Elijah Mitchell. I kind of like this signing. It's a sneaky underrated signing. If he can stay healthy, it'll be pretty good for us. So now our running back room is Isaiah Pacheco, Kareem Hunt, Carson Steele, and Elijah Mitchell. Our next piece of news is going to come from the New England Patriots, who it's a common occurrence today because they spent fucking hella money today. They went out and got former Las Vegas Raiders linebacker Robert Spillane. So that'll bolster their linebacking core. Spillane is a fucking beast. He hustles his ass off. So that'll be a good guy for Mike Vrabel to have in New England. Our next piece of news comes from the Jacksonville Jaguars. The Jacksonville Jaguars have signed former, I believe, Seattle Seahawks corner Jordan Lewis. He'll be a good number 2 guy to put next to Darius Williams. Our next piece of news comes from the New York Giants. The New York Giants have signed former New Orleans Saints corner Paulson Adebo. They need all the help they can get in that secondary, so bringing in a guy like Paulson Adebo is really going to help them out with that. Now for one of the worst signings, in my opinion, of day 1 of free agency. It's going to come from the Tennessee Titans. The Tennessee Titans have signed former Pittsburgh Steelers offensive lineman Dan Moore, who was honestly one of the worst offensive linemen last year. Couldn't block for shit last year. But he gets a 4-year deal with Tennessee. You know how I said the... hold up. You know how I said the Patriots were big spenders today? Here's 2 of them right here. The New England Patriots have signed former Tampa Bay Buccaneer and Detroit Lion corner Carlton Davis. So he'll be a really good number 2 option in the secondary next to Christian Gonzalez. I like that move for New England. Get a good number 2 corner. And they also signed former New York Jets offensive lineman Morgan Moses, which I don't understand because Morgan Moses is another shit offensive lineman, but, you know, if they have money, why not spend it, you know? Our next piece of news comes from the Detroit Lions. The Detroit Lions have signed former Seattle Seahawks and New York Jet corner DJ Reed. So DJ Reed is going to immediately go in there and replace Carlton Davis as the number 2 corner next to... or I guess he might be the number 1 corner. Or no, he won't. He'll be next to Terry and Arnold. I forgot about Terry and Arnold. Which they're both pretty fast guys, so that's going to be a good secondary in Detroit. Our next piece of news is going to come from the Carolina Panthers. The Carolina Panthers have signed former Las Vegas Raiders safety Trayvon Moehrig. He'll be good for their secondary. Our next piece of news comes from the Los Angeles Rams. The Los Angeles Rams have signed former LA Chargers defensive tackle Poona Ford. That'll help bolster their defensive line. Love to see it. Our next piece of news comes from the Pittsburgh Steelers. The Pittsburgh Steelers have signed former Philadelphia Eagle Super Bowl winning corner Darius Slay. And now the Eagles are all well-rounded on defense. You got Cameron Hayward and TJ Watt on the defensive line. You got Patrick Queen and Alex Highsmith at linebacker. You got Minkah Fitzpatrick at safety. And now you got Darius Slay at corner. That's all they were lacking was a good corner in Pittsburgh. And now they finally got one in Darius Slay. I'd really like that move for Pittsburgh. Our next piece of news is going to come from the Jacksonville Jaguars. The Jacksonville Jaguars have signed former Houston Texans safety Eric Murray. Here's another underrated one. The Indianapolis Colts have signed former Minnesota Vikings safety Cameron Bynum. That's going to be really good for them. He's a sneaky good player. They just got Lou Anamuno, the former Bengals defensive coordinator, and he got himself a stud of a safety in Cameron Bynum. Our next piece of news is going to come back to the Jacksonville Jaguars. The Jacksonville Jaguars have signed former Washington Commanders wide receiver De'Ami Brown. So now the Jaguars receiving core is Gabe Davis, Brian Thomas Jr., and De'Ami Brown, while the Commanders receiving core is Terry McLaurin, Olamide Zaccheaus, Noah Brown, KJ Osborne, and Debo Samuel. Our next piece of news is going to come from the Denver Broncos. The Denver Broncos have signed former San Francisco 49ers safety Talanoa Hufanga. That's a good move for them. Hufanga is a good safety, but he was just injured all of last year pretty much, so he'll get a fresh start in Denver in a secondary with Patrick Surtain. That'll be pretty good, pretty deadly. Our next piece of news is going to come from the Cincinnati Bengals. The Cincinnati Bengals have signed one of their former players back, former running back, Simon J. Pirine. So now the Bengals running back room is Zach Moss, Chase Brown, Khalil Herbert, and Simon J. Pirine. While the Chiefs running back room, like I said, is Isaiah Pacheco, Kareem Hunt, Carson Steele, and Elijah Mitchell. Our next piece of news is from the Buffalo Bills. The Buffalo Bills have signed former LA Charger wide receiver Josh Palmer. So now the Bills receiving core is Curtis Samuel, Khalil Shakir, Chase Claypool, Keon Coleman, Amari Cooper, and Josh Palmer. While the Chargers receiving core is Quentin Johnston, DJ Chark, and Ladd McConkey. Our next piece of news is going to come from the San Francisco 49ers. The San Francisco 49ers have signed former Jacksonville Jaguars tight end Luke Farrell. So now the 49ers tight end room is George Kittle and Luke Farrell, while the Jags don't have a corner. Or sorry, a tight end, not a corner. Sticking with the Jags, the Jacksonville Jaguars have signed former Baltimore Raven offensive lineman Patrick McCarry to bolster their offensive line. Love to see it. Our next piece of news is going to come from the Chicago Bears. The Chicago Bears have signed former Atlanta Falcons defensive lineman Grady Jarrett. So Grady Jarrett, on the same day he gets released from Atlanta, signs in Chicago to bolster the Bears defensive line. Wow, so Grady Jarrett and then Montez Sweat is across from him. Crazy. That's going to be a crazy pass rush duo. A little older, but it's whatever. Our next piece of news is going to come from the Green Bay Packers. The Green Bay Packers have signed former San Francisco 49ers offensive lineman Aaron Banks. That's good for them. He's a pretty decent offensive lineman, and the Packers, I mean, they just get more help on the offensive line. They have a really young offensive line, so that'll be good for them. Our next piece of news is going to come from the New York Giants. The New York Giants have signed former Jacksonville Jaguars defensive lineman Roy Robertson Harris. Just a move. I mean, doesn't really do much for their defensive line. Our next piece of news is going to come from the Las Vegas Raiders. The Las Vegas Raiders have signed former Washington Commanders safety Jeremy Chin. So that's going to be their Trayvon Merrick replacement. Pretty good. Our next piece of news is going to come from the Los Angeles Chargers. The Los Angeles Chargers The Los Angeles Chargers have signed former Pittsburgh Steeler corner Dante Jackson. So they got rid of Dante Jackson, brought in Darius Slay. The Steelers did, so that means Dante Jackson is going to the LA Chargers to play across from what, Asante Samuel. Our next piece of news is going to come from the New York Jets. The New York Jets have signed former Baltimore Ravens corner Brandon Stevens. So he's going to be that DJ Reed replacement. Our next piece of news is going to come from the Jacksonville Jaguars again. They have signed former Tampa Bay Buccaneers offensive lineman Robert Hainsey. So that's going to be their Mitch Morse replacement, because if you guys remember, Mitch Morse retired earlier, a few days ago actually. So they bring in his replacement at center. Our next piece of news is going to come from the Green Bay Packers. The Green Bay Packers have signed former Las Vegas Raider corner Nate Hobbs. I feel like he's probably going to be their Jair Alexander replacement if they decide to move on from Jair, which I think they're going to. Our next piece of news is going to come from the Carolina Panthers. The Carolina Panthers have signed former LA Rams defensive lineman Bobby Brown. Another defensive lineman that they get added. Pretty good. Our next piece of news is going to come from the Tennessee Titans. The Tennessee Titans have signed former Washington Commander linebacker Cody Barton. Don't know much to say about that guy. And then we had a trade to announce. The Philadelphia Eagles and the Cleveland Browns made a trade. They basically exchanged backup quarterbacks. The Eagles traded backup quarterback Kenny Pickett to Cleveland in exchange for Dorian Thompson-Robinson. So now the Eagles quarterback room is Jalen Hurts and Dorian Thompson-Robinson, while the Browns quarterback room is Deshaun Watson, Jameis Winston, and Kenny Pickett. Our next piece of news is going to come from the New England Patriots. The New England Patriots have signed former San Francisco 49ers backup quarterback Josh Dobbs. So now the Patriots quarterback room is Drake May, Jacoby Brissett, Joe Milton, and Josh Dobbs, while the 49ers quarterback room is literally just Brock Purdy. Our next piece of news is going to come from the Indianapolis Colts. The Indianapolis Colts have signed former San Francisco 49er and Kansas City Chief corner Charvarius Ward. Another fucking good signing by the Colts on defense. Like I said, Lou Anamoruno. Now he has Kenny Moore. He has Cameron Bynum. And he has Charvarius Ward all in that same secondary. That's pretty good. Charvarius Ward's a dog too, so I was actually like really mad when the Chiefs got rid of him. Our next piece of news is going to come from the Houston Texans. The Houston Texans have signed former Kansas City Chiefs wide receiver Justin Watson. So now the Texans wide receiving room is Stephon Diggs, Nico Collins, Tank Dell, John Mechie, Robert Woods, Christian Kirk, Braxton Berrios, and Justin Watson. And the Chiefs wide receiving room is Marquise Hollywood Brown, Rashee Rice, Sky Moore, McCole Hardman, Juju Smith-Schuster, Xavier Worthy, and DeAndre Hopkins. Our next piece of news is going to come from the Miami Dolphins. The Miami Dolphins have signed former Denver Bronco quarterback Zach Wilson. So now the The Dolphins quarterback room is Tua Tagovailoa, Skylar Thompson, Tyler Huntley, and Zach Wilson, while the Broncos quarterback room is Bo Nix and Jarrett Stidham. Our next piece of news is from the Carolina Panthers. The Carolina Panthers have signed former Kansas City Chiefs defensive lineman Tershawn Wharton. So that's going to help their defensive line. We lose Tershawn. I'm not too mad about it. Our next piece of news is going to come from the Minnesota Vikings. The Minnesota Vikings have signed former Indianapolis Colts center Ryan Kelly. So he'll come in to help bolster that Vikings offensive line easily. Ryan Kelly's a good fucking offensive lineman. Like I said again, our next piece of news is going to come from the New England Patriots. The New England Patriots have signed former Buffalo Bill wide receiver Mac Hollins. So now the Patriots wide receiving room is Kendrick Bourne, Demario Douglas, Keyshawn Booty, Jalen Polk, and Mac Hollins. While the Bills receiving room is Curtis Samuel, Khalil Shakir, Chase Claypool, Keon Coleman, Amari Cooper, and Josh Palmer. Our next piece of news is going to come from the Buffalo Bills. The Buffalo Bills have signed former LA Ram linebacker Michael Howicht. Pretty good. How long has this been, by the way? 22 minutes. Holy fuck. Our next piece of news is going to come from the Arizona Cardinals. The Arizona Cardinals have signed former Cincinnati Bengals linebacker Akeem Davis Gaither. Pretty good. Our next piece of news is going to come from the Dallas Cowboys. The Dallas Cowboys have signed former Denver Bronco running back Javonte Williams. So now the Cowboys running back room is Javonte Williams, Rico Dowdle, and Deuce Vaughn, while the Broncos running back room is literally just Jaleel McLaughlin. Our next piece of news is going to come from the Denver Broncos. The Denver Broncos have signed former San Francisco 49ers linebacker Dre Greenlaw. So the 49ers, man, they lost Talanoa Hufanga and Dre Greenlaw. The Broncos get a stud at linebacker when he's healthy to mix in with Surtain. Oh, actually, they reunite, sorry. I didn't even realize. Both of the 49ers defenders reunite in Denver. Talanoa Hufanga and Dre Greenlaw. That's pretty good. I didn't even realize that until now. And then our final piece of news before the big piece of news is going to come from holy fuck, sorry. Our last piece of news is going to come from the Arizona Cardinals. The Arizona Cardinals have signed former Philadelphia Eagles defensive end Josh Sweat. So that'll help the Cardinals on their defensive line. They're not very good defensive line. All right, so now the big the big signings and trade that happened. The reason we made this video. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to be using the Minnesota Vikings. So let's get it. Ooh, Buffalo, eh? The reason we are using the Vikings is because the Seattle Seahawks have signed former Minnesota Viking quarterback Sam Darnold to be their next quarterback to replace Geno Smith. So we're going to play Sam Darnold's last game as a Minnesota Viking. The Seahawks quarterback room now is Sam Darnold and Sam Howell, while the Vikings quarterback room is J.J. McCarthy and Daniel Jones. So yeah, let's play Sam Darnold's last game as a Minnesota Viking. Bingo cross. The hell was that? Halfback slip screen. Bro! What are we doing, Darnold? Punt the damn ball. Good hit. Yeah, cover one robber. I'm not entirely sure how I feel about Darnold going to Seattle. I don't think it's really going to do much. I think he's not going to be that good in Seattle because Seattle's kind of terrible now. They got rid of Tyler Lockett. They got rid of DK Metcalf. They got rid of Geno. Cover 6. They got rid of a lot of guys on their defense. I just don't see the Seahawks doing much this season. They were very young and yeah. Cover 6, Willie. Get him, nice. Andrew Van Ginkel. Give me that ball. Let's block this. Oh. Come on, Aaron Jones. Aaron Jones just got an extension. Levels dig. Bro, I can't move! Flood. I can't move in the fucking pocket, man. Nope. Like, what do you want me to do, man? I can't do anything. Oh? Good one, bud. Why would you take that out? Cover 6. Get him, get him! What are we doing? Cover on hole. Come on, Stephon Gilmore. Cover one, contain. Wow, good one, guys. Good coverage on Dalton Kincaid. Fucking idiots, man. At the end of the first quarter. Cover one, Robber.
We're back for the second quarter. Bills in possession of the football. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. Straight ahead.
Get him. Oh my god, pace. What the fuck are we doing, man? Cover 6. Thank you, Byron Murphy. Thank you. Touchdown. Pick 6. Byron Murphy jumped the route. Seven nothing. What else you got, buddy? Cover on Robert. That's mine. Thank you. Harrison the Hitman Smith. Oh, and he's gone. Oh, that's fun. I love rage quits, man. A win is a win is a win is a win is a win. That'll improve my record to 37 and 28. I don't care that I didn't score with Sam Darnold. Sam Darnold's shit, so. Alright. So our next big piece of news is actually going to come from this team right here. The Pittsburgh Steelers. So let's get it, baby. Well, it doesn't really come from the Pittsburgh Steelers, but you know what I mean. The player that we need.
First opened in 2017. There's a look at
Falcons user level 4.
Mercedes-Benz Stadium here in Atlanta, GA.
And the reason we are using the Pittsburgh Steelers is because the New York Jets have signed former Chicago Bears and Pittsburgh Steelers quarterback Justin Fields. So Fields will not be the quarterback for the Steelers in 2025. He is headed to New York, to the team that should have drafted him in the draft 2021. He gets to reunite with his former Ohio State teammate Garrett Wilson. And now the Steelers quarterback room is literally just Russell Wilson, potentially, if he can come back or not. While the Jets quarterback room is Justin Fields, Tyrod Taylor, and Jordan Travis. So we're going to play Justin Fields' last game as a Pittsburgh Steeler. I really like the move by the Jets. They went out and got a younger fucking guy. This is who they should have drafted with a number 2 overall pick. Was it in the 2021 NFL draft instead of Zach Wilson? Go Jay Fields. Go Jay Fields. Slide. Good run. Levels. But yeah, and then the Ohio State connection. That's going to be tough. Good catch, George Pickens. That's 5 yards. PA slot in. I'm going to pick it up with my legs. Double post. If you don't remember, Justin Fields was the starting quarterback for the Steelers for like the first 6 games of the season, where I believe the Steelers went like 5-1 or something, didn't they? They had a pretty good record with him to start the year before, because Russ was hurt. Halfback rail. Here we go. Oh. Good shit, Najee Harris. I'm going to abuse this level 4, by the way. Tight end corner.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Now Fields. Escaping the pressure right.
Oh my god, thank you. I thought I could get into the end zone. That's why I tried to get in there, but it didn't work. Thank God it went out of bounds though. Y flag goal line.
The decision a good one, picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. 1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Now it's Fields. Flushed out.
Dan Moore for you. Fucking new Titans acquisition right there. Holy fuck. Get in there, Najee. Touchdown. Steelers. Najee Harris.
A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Steelers are on the board first here this afternoon.
It's not often you talk about statement drives coming right at the start of a game, but that was.
I'm excited to see who Pittsburgh's gonna have at starting QB next year. A lot of people are saying it's gonna be Aaron Rodgers. Apparently, he potentially could be the next starting quarterback for the Pittsburgh Steelers. I mean, they lost Justin Fields. I have no idea what Russell Wilson's gonna do. I think it seems like they're gonna be losing Najee Harris. They brought in DK Metcalf. They still have George Pickens. And then they still have that insane defense. TJ Watt, Cameron Hayward, Alex Highsmith, Patrick Queen, Minka Fitzpatrick, and now Darius Slay. Cover on all. Mine. Picked off by Cole Holcomb. Thank you. PA cross.
An interception on their first play from scrimmage.
Brandon, I wonder if the mindset was simply, well, that was a long touchdown drive. Their defense might be a little relaxed and feel like, hey, we're in good shape now, having 7 in hand. Maybe they just thought, let's take the shot at them right now. Instead, it went against them.
Good shit, Mike Williams. Halfback stretch.
As a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect to it for another nice gain for a 1st down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice.
Oh, that's the end of the first quarter.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
PA goes slot cross.
Quarter number 2, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Play action. It's Fields rolling to his right.
Thank you. Good shit, Justin. What a run. Red zone scissors.
Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down.
No shortage of impressive moments from him thus far. Now he's halfway to the century mark, and we're still in the first half. There's been no answer for his running ability so far by the defense. I can't wait to see what adjustments they'll have to make during the halftime.
Ah, fuck. I was going to hit Najee. I didn't know what I was going to do there, honestly. Tight end attack. Throw it away. Post cross. Get there, Calvin. I'm gonna go for it. Yeah, he wants me to go for it. Good shit, Tomlin. Z-mesh goal line. What else? Ah, fuck off. I was gonna run it, but I saw my fucking Dan Moore fucking couldn't hold a block. Cover one rubber shirt, it's fine. Whatever. I thought Mike Williams was gonna be able to get that, but I guess not. That's probably gonna bring us to the 2-minute warning. Cover one robber.
But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Cover one robber.
Here's a 2nd and 8. Now Penix. Over the middle, caught by
Nope.
London. That's good for a gain of 6. And that'll be a 3rd and 2.
Silver sheet pinch.
Looking to throw Penix.
Ah, he got me.
That is caught. And he's going to have a foul.
Okay.
First down as they're able to get the field
Cover 3 sky.
conversion. To the air, Penix. Into the hands of London.
Fuck you, Drake London. Cover on robber.
Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. From the shotgun, it's Penix.
Come on, man.
This pass is caught.
Come on, Dante.
Bounce on the other side of midfield at the 40.
Cover 2 men.
Penix to the air once more.
Mine. Thank you, Joey Porter Jr.
Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Joey Porter Jr. And
Good
the
shit.
Steelers are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line.
Halfback slip screen.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And they may be content to take this 7-0 lead into the locker room. We'll see. Setting up the screen.
Get out of bounds.
And he takes his
Good shit, Najee.
35 before going out of bounds.
Levels.
Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. Fields now to throw.
Man, can you, like... Dan Moore, bro. Can you block, please? Cross wheels.
Designed for different things. Sometimes you want to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Sometimes you want him to flush. I don't know exactly how this one was designed, but they made sure they moved him to his right. He got out of the pocket.
Get there, Pickens. Oh, come on. 3rd and inches.
And that resulted in an incompletion.
Shot, fade, cross.
Just short, so it'll be 3rd
Hut it, hut it. Hut it, hut it.
To the air again, Fields.
Uh,
And that's
Timeout.
going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 39.
56-yard field goal.
And this offense gonna elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2.
That's a miss. Oh, maybe not. We're good.
And his kick
10-0.
is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. And that will extend their lead even further. Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding
Good hit.
on it.
All right,
Getting
10-0
points on
at
both
half.
sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here.
I don't think we're going to be able to get 3 games in.
Hmm. 10-0 is our score as we get started again on EA
Maybe, if we can get this guy to rage quit pretty soon. Let's see, though.
Tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
Pick a play, bro. Come on. We don't got all day here, Jake. Oh, is he quitting? Or is he putting in Kirk? He might be putting in Kirk. Oh, he's here. He's about to get a delay game. Delay game.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a
Is this
little
guy
bit.
here? Like, he paused the game and then he unpaused it. Like, bro, come on, stop wasting time, bro. Another delay game.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive.
And one more, and he's going to get kicked out of the
offense
game.
knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
Ten seconds. And 3, 2, 1. He's going to get kicked. Your peer has been kicked for excessive griefing. Well, a win is a win is a win is a win is a win. That's going to improve my record to 38 and 28. How much time do we have? We got 10 minutes. We got 10 minutes. We got 10 minutes to play the last game. Our final game that I want to play today, it's going to be from the Houston Texans. So let's get it. Hopefully we can make this guy rage quit within 10 minutes. Zeno. The reason we are using the Houston Texans is because the Houston Texans have made a trade with the Washington Commanders. Oh, Ravens user, fuck me, I might rage quit. The Texans have traded All-Pro, one of the best offensive linemen in the league, Laramie Tunsil, to the Washington Commanders for a bunch of draft picks. So Laramie Tunsil is headed from Houston to Washington after, like, I think 2 off seasons ago, just signing a big deal to re-sign in Houston. And now Washington has made a trade for Marshawn Lattimore, Deebo Samuel, and now Laramie Tunsil. So we're going to play Laramie Tunsil's last game as a Houston Texan. Shallow cross. And hope that we can get this guy to rage quit. Come on. Texans went out, got fucking Justin Watson from the Chiefs, and Christian Kirk from the Jags, and Braxton Berrios from the Dolphins. Good shit, Nico. Michigan man. Whew. Oh, Nico! Oh my god. That would have been insane if Nico could have fucking kept going. Cheat Ohio tight end attack. Good shit, Brevin. Red zone crossers. Man, okay, good blocking there. What am I supposed to do there? Hammer dagger. Fuck, man. Come on. Leave me alone. Red zone up.
Once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Oh, come on. Come down with that, Nico. Alright, I guess I'll take a three. Boom. 3-0. One robber press. Will Anderson Jr., baby. Oh, come on. Nice. Good play. Cover on all. Bro, no way. How do you fucking evade that, Lamar? Cover 6. Wide open is Nelson Aguilar. Cover 6. No way. Lassiter, what are you doing, man? Cover on Robber. Cover 6. That'll be the end of the first quarter. Oh, he's going for it on 4th and 1, I just realized. Cover 6. 4th and 1, he's going for it. Oh my god. You're so gay. Cover 6, Willie. Tampa 2. Cover 3 Sky. No fucking way, man. How? Bullshit. Just Will Anderson, I guess, just completely misses Lamar Jackson. Just teleports right through him, I guess. Bullshit. I fucking hate people that fucking use the Ravens, man. Shit's so annoying. Like, use a different team, you fucking faggot. Let's go, Stephon. PA cross. Good catch, Nico. HB off tackle. Oh, 2-minute warning. Z shallow cross. Man. Slot cross. Well, there's... I don't think we're making this guy rage quit. Oh! Free play. Don't care. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Offside. Inside post out. You're so fucking gay. Levels wide corner. Well. Yeah, challenge it, you faggot. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure to drop a like, subscribe if you're new.